Morning. This is call number 2019-86976 in the interest of Trumaine Bell Jr. Parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. And unmute yourself, Mr. Williams. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. All right. Parties, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Latoya Rochelle Chase. I am the mother of Tremaine Bell.
Sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
I'm Malcolm DeLeon Williams, and that's the status. I don't know.
And for the representing the father.
My name is Attorney Dominic Dunlap with the Law Office of Alex Eudora.
And representing the state.
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
And what are we doing today, Ms. Parker?
Your Honor, it is Mr. Dunlap's motion to set aside.
All right, Mr. Dunlap, go ahead.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Malcolm Williams, could you state your name for the court?
My name is Malcolm DeLeon Williams.
Could you state your address?
6200 East Sam Houston Parkway North, Houston, Texas 77049.
Mr. Williams, it is the state's knowledge that states that you have been served with petition and citation of original suit affecting parent-child relationship. Are you aware of that?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you ever been served, Mr. Williams, regarding this case?
No one knocked on my door with any papers. No, sir.
You were provided notice of this case how?
Through my mom giving me mail.
Okay. To your knowledge, was there a substitute or motion to substitute service filed by the state in this hearing?
That's my knowledge. No.
Okay. However, you did personally appear at some point during one of the proceedings. Is that correct?
Yes, because I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I just know I had to go to, in the mail said I had to go to court for something. So I tried to go one time, and that's one time she was, I get, for child support, and she wasn't there. So they told me to reschedule the next day, and then that's when COVID started.
Okay. So because of COVID, you was not aware of any future court proceedings?
I mean, when I tried to go back the next time, I came late, and they just said the judge went home early. So that to just keep calling and get to call a certain number on the door. And pretty much I tried to call, I couldn't get in contact with anybody.
All right. Are you aware or do you have knowledge of the child whose this case is about?
Yeah.
Is that child named Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr.?
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
Was there a prior alleged father for this child?
Yes, sir.
All right. I believe a DNA test was conducted. Is that true?
For me?
For the prior father.
From what I heard, I'm not sure.
Okay. I believe the state is aware that the prior father had took a test and that was determined that he was not the father. Is that correct?
Yes,
Your Honor, objection relevant. He's not aware of what the state is aware of. He doesn't know what we do and do not know. He doesn't have any knowledge of that.
Speculation.
Hearsay, excuse me, objection, hearsay.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll rephrase the question. Have your attorney informed you of any other prior proceedings regarding the child Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr.?
Yes.
All right. Was there documentation that the Attorney General's office had conducted a DNA test for another alleged father, and that was proven that that father was not the biological father of Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr.?
Yes.
All right. Based on court records, I believe it was an order granted to propose a DNA test regarding you and the child Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr. Is that correct?
I think I seen it in the mail.
All right.
On the mail.
Did you ever participate in a DNA test regarding
No.
Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr.?
I never did a DNA test.
Are you aware that there was a default hearing regarding your paternity or your alleged fatherhood for Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr. conducted on December the 1st, 2020?
Yes, sir. With that, but I was already. I had to go to the hospital for surgery, so I had surgery. Well, I had surgery the day before that.
Okay. What surgery are you speaking of?
Weight loss surgery because of my
Okay.
medical issues.
All right. Do you have documentation regarding that, your admission to the hospital?
Yes, sir.
Per that documentation, it stated that you were admitted to what hospital?
HCA, Pasadena East.
All right. Do you remember that admittance date?
It was November 30th,
Do you remember your discharge date?
December 1st. It was on the same. I think the same day, December 1st.
Okay.
That's when it was.
So, to your knowledge, you were discharged from the hospital around the same date of a default hearing that was held against you.
Yes, but I got released later that day.
Okay. So you were released from the hospital after the hearing had already happened.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Williams, do you believe a DNA test should be conducted for this for your alleged fraternity-ship to Tremaine Ulysses Bell Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Why do you believe that to be true?
I mean, I would like to know for sure if it's my child, so I can do what I need to do.
Being that there was already an alleged father who was determined not to be the biological father by DNA testing, do you feel it would be in the best interest to conduct a DNA test?
Yes, sir. For the best for the child, and for you can know who his father is.
You feel that would be the best for the child as well as the best for yourself?
Yes, sir.
All right. Judge, I have no further questions for Mr. Williams.
All
Your
right.
Honor,
Yes.
I'm ready. I have questions for Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, you stated you believe a DNA test would be in the best interest, correct?
Yes.
But there were 2 DNA tests scheduled for you and you did not show up, correct?
I mean, I don't stay at the address, so when I get
You
the
don't
mail,
stay at that. Okay, thank you. That's not an answer. Were there DNA tests scheduled for you? Yes or no?
I only seen one. Yeah.
Okay, so there was one that was scheduled for you. And isn't your testimony here that you say you don't live at that address, but your mother provides you the mail from that address, correct?
Yes.
Isn't it also your testimony here that you showed up in court on February 13, 2020 and signed a reset in this case where you appeared, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and isn't it also your testimony that you knew about this hearing, the hearing that was on December 1st before you went into surgery?
No, because I didn't get the mail till later. Then that's when
You didn't get the
I
mail till
knew.
later then? That's your testimony?
Mhm.
And when did you find out that an order had been entered?
I don't remember exactly when because I work a lot, so I don't remember the exact
Okay,
time
so
I got it.
if
But I
I
know I
tell
didn't
you-
get it. I know I got it when I read the paper. I know it was late, and that's when I told him, "Oh, why you just sent it to me?" So that's why
Okay.
I knew of
what
it
if
after the date to go take it. I didn't know right then and there before time.
you're saying you didn't know about the testing right then and there before time, or you didn't know that you had a court date on December 1st?
No, I'm saying for the DNA test. That was to take the paternity. I didn't know that I was supposed to go to that court date to go take paternity. And by the time I received the mail, that's when I knew about it.
Okay,
But it
so
was
when you
already too
appeared
late.
in court on February 13, 2020, did they ask you what your address was?
No.
No one asked you nobody asked you what your address was. And you didn't provide them with an address, correct?
Well, I just put it on my driver's license.
Okay, and is the address that's on your driver's license the address where you currently reside?
Yeah. No, that's what my mom said. No, it's not what I heard.
Okay, so you put your mama's address down, correct?
That's it.
Okay, and so you gave people your mama's address, but you're saying you live at a different address, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you provided us with the wrong address, correct?
No, I mean that's where my mail go. I send it to my mom's house.
So you send your mail to your mama house, but you say you live somewhere else, correct?
Yes.
And you also testified that your mama gives you the mail that comes to your mama house.
Yeah, whenever she checks it. She don't check the mail every
Okay.
day.
And you also appeared in this case on February 13th, 2020, correct?
Yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah. And you
I
also
know I
did
went
not.
one time.
Okay. And you also did not show up for 2 DNA tests, correct?
I don't know if I know two. All I know is one.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions for him.
All right, do you have any questions for him, Ms. Chase?
All I have to state is that
No,
when we
no, no,
took,
no, 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 no. Right
no,
now,
no, no.
do you have any questions for him?
Oh, no, no
Okay.
questions.
Anything further, counsel?
Yes. Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. In regards to the relationship with your mother and your mail, how often do you receive mail from your mother?
I mean, she always bring me a whole stack. So, like I said, I work a lot, so I barely even see my mom.
All right. In regards to your receipt of those mails, is it like a once a week, once every 2 weeks? How often is it?
She probably checks the mail probably once a month, sometimes. So, like I say, she barely checks the mail.
Okay. And you stated that you received the DNA test or the order, the knowledge of a DNA test. It was after the date that was given, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I know opposing counsel mentioned the date of February the 12th, which you did appear. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's what it sounds like. I think it was
Okay.
February.
Okay.
Whatever month.
Uh,
I don't remember
right.
the exact date, but
Yeah. And are you aware that the first order granting a blood test was signed September the 21st, 2020?
yes, and that's because I think that was I
Yeah.
received it after that though.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
that
remember. I
was.
don't remember the exact date.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was just the fact that months had passed before your knowledge of a DNA test from that last court date. Is that correct?
Exactly.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have another question. Mr. Williams, you just testified that your mom checks the mail about once a month, correct? Or she brings you the mail once a month, correct?
Yes.
But you are also an adult, correct?
Okay, but I mean,
What? No. That's a yes or no. You're an adult, correct?
yes.
And you also know that you give people your mama's address as your mailing address, correct?
Okay, I mean, if I
Just
don't
that's
know,
a yes or no answer. Yes or no answer.
yes.
And you're also aware that you need to check your mail, correct?
I mean, if I don't have any important stuff
Argumentative.
coming, no.
Objection.
Your
Argumentative.
Your Honor, yes or no?
All
Your Honor,
right, sustain.
are
Anything
you
further?
aware that you have to check your mail?
No, because everything I need that I have important comes to my phone electronically. So,
Okay, but you also know that you had a child support case about this child, correct?
I mean, from my if somebody else is on the birth certificate, so I didn't. That's why I really didn't pay attention to it.
Okay, so you didn't pay any attention to it even after you appeared in court, correct?
I mean, because when I went to court, that's the reason why I went to court to know what's going on because I don't know anything about child support.
But then afterwards, you didn't check your mail to see if you received anything about this. You waited for your mom to bring it, correct?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything further, counsel?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Chase, you wanted to say something?
Yes. When we went up to the child support office, I was told that he can come to any office and take a DNA test. That's what I was told. So, I mean, that's all I have to say. I've alerted
All right,
his
all right,
mom
all right,
and I
ma'am.
alerted
That's
him.
enough.
So,
All right. The motion to set aside is denied. You're excused.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You guys are free to go.